Now another tough one on the road, obviously, here this afternoon, Conway.
You're going to see a lot of number 39 right there on the right side of your picture as a linebacker because Shane Bruce got called for targeting late in the first half, so he's out for the game.
To the ground on the first play by the Bulls. Mike Washington, a good pickup on first down. Well, again, Buffalo only, 6 total yards rushing back in that first half. That's hard to believe because it seemed like they did have a couple of runs, but
the sacks really killed them. That takes away from the total yardage, of course.
Yeah, the loss of yardage, you're right, on the sacks really kind of hurt that number.
Yeah, Chanticleer's got on a little roll there about halfway through the second quarter and really got in Cole Snyder's face and bothered him. But as we just showed in the highlights, they came back with the late touchdown to Justin Marshall to give them the lead.
Buffalo just 2 of 7 on third down conversions back in the first half, and they're facing a 3rd down and 4 here. Cole Snyder, their starting quarterback, a junior from Lakewood, New York.
Transfer from Rutgers.
And fires to the right side. Did he stay in bounds? He did. Another remarkable catch by Justin Marshall.
He's a big, strong kid, and he got pummeled when he caught it, but he held on, as you just said, got the first down, got 1 foot down.
And this is exactly how Buffalo began the game. Quick out routes by Marshall on that right sideline.
You see Lance Burkett on there. That's good coverage. It's not the end of the world. He's got a first down. He didn't score.
Pickup of about 3 here by Ron Cook Jr. Now, Buffalo didn't have a whole lot of success rushing last week against Holy Cross. Mike Washington led the team. He had 55 yards rushing, and Ron Cook Jr. chipped in 33.
Sean's got a little quicker front line here, thinking it might be a passing situation.
Linguist, the head coach in his second season for the Bulls, keeps it on the ground and gets back to the line of scrimmage. So another 3rd down coming up right away here for the Bulls.
Good job, penetration by the shots right there. Tobias Fletcher, number 4 in there with the stop.
Buffalo looking for their 2nd straight 3rd down conversion. Snyder looking left this time, and again the catch made at the 50-yard line. And forward progress is going to be right at the sticks. Really good effort there by Keon Williams, fighting for that first down. We'll see if he got it.
Yeah, they're going to give it to him.
Just enough.
I was watching an NFL game, and they were saying how a lot of offenses don't go to them to throw the pass. They go less and just depend on their receivers to get extra yards.
Back to the right side. Jamari Gaskins sidesteps the defender. He'll pick up enough for the first down, but a flag on the far sideline. Nice quick move by.
It's probably against them.
Nice quick move by Gassett.
Yeah, they do a good job of getting to the perimeter with 1 defender and 1 receiver, or a second receiver as a blocker. That time might be a hold on that second receiver.
Holding, offense, number 1, 10-yard penalty, repeat first down.
You are correct.
Marshall.
Holding on Marshall.
He's just trying to get his teammate open. Wide receivers are not the best blockers just because they don't practice a lot. Watch number 1 right there. Yeah, he just grabs Gaskins. Or Boykin, excuse me. Just grabs him. You can't do that. You can do it. You just can't do it in the car.
Boy, is there a bigger momentum killer in football other than a holding penalty?
Offensive holding.
Oh, and now Washington inadvertently knocked the football out of the hand of Cole Snyder.
That's a bigger momentum killer right there. You put it on the turf. I don't know if he was supposed to hand it to him or not, but you're right. Gaskins knocked it out of the quarterback's hand. Now he's getting ready to throw it. Good play by Cole Snyder, just fall on it.
2nd down and 21. And that one nearly picked off. JT Killen, who's having a big afternoon for Coastal Carolina, nearly stepped in front of that one and went the other way with it.
Interestingly enough, we see Cole Snyder, of course, as the quarterback. Kyle Van Treese who transferred from Buffalo to Georgia Southern, who the shots we'll see next game, was the quarterback. Transfers, they go get Cole Snyder. Welcome to the transfer portal of 2022. And Van Treese is throwing it all over the lot for Georgia Southern.
Another big third down. This one, 3rd down and 21.
Most of the defense is at the first down marker and will move forward.
Snyder runs with it. And out near midfield, still 4th down and long coming up here for Buffalo.
They'll give him that easily. Snyder not getting up real quick there, but he's okay. Defense was way back, knowing they had a huge distance to go. And Snyder just got a couple more yards for his punter. But as we saw last time, his punter boomed it through the end zone. The young man being Jackson Balter.
Tyson Mobley back deep to receive for Coastal Carolina, hoping for a return. He'll stand back at about his own 20. Baltar will punt it away. A ton of movement before the snap.
Not going to cost them a first down because they had much more than 5 to go, about 12.
False start. Kicking team, number 7. 5-yard penalty. Remains 4th down.
Right, he's allowed to do that. He had 2 picks last week. We can give him a 5-yard penalty. Come on, that's Lance Boykin. Oh, they went against the kicking team.
Yeah, it's actually going to go against Buffalo.
I thought Boykin jumped. Somebody moved on the line. Where they're coming after him, it sure looks like it.
Everyone on the line. Mobley back at the 15. Sidesteps a couple of blue jerseys. And out to about the 23 or 24-yard line.
Nice little return there.
That'll bring us to break just in a way. Second half, it's Buffalo still on top by 2.
I've got that blue sky, I've got that sunshine.
Today's pros need today's tools, and the Home Depot is here to help. With job site delivery to keep you on site and on schedule, and equipment rentals to make sure you can take on any job. Plus, when you join Pro Extra, you'll earn perks on every dollar you spend. Earn perks 4 times faster when you join. Register and use your Pro Extra credit card. New tech, new tools, new ways to grow your business, all at the Home Depot. How pros get more done.
Game starts at 20, that slip is empty. I gotta call KG.
KG, what up?
I got nothing for you, Fox.
Ah, come on. Jalen. You want to tip?
Yeah.
Don't call somebody on live TV.
Well, you answered. I have other friends anyway.
Marshawn, Barry.
Listen, I need some tips.
I like LA.
LA?
No, Dallas. That's
Dallas?
not Dallas.
Dallas?
How about Detroit? Barry,
call y'all right now. Vanessa.
I got a tip for you. Always go with your gut.
I like that. Let's go with our gut.
So I said, yeah, you're saving hundreds with the home and auto bundle from Progressive, but there's no saving that casserole.
I just love that word bundle. It's so fun. So you have 2 things coming together like a force of nature. Like it was really meant to be, you know?
Yes. Yes, I do. I'm so glad you want to save money. Rodney, set up a bundle for John Hamm.
Of course. John, is it still cool if I catch a ride home with you?
I never said it was.
Yeah, but technically you didn't say it wasn't.
It's not.
Yet.
Everyone is ready for a double dose of Monday Night Football. First on ESPN, Tennessee heads to Buffalo. Plus, on ABC, the Vikings take on the Eagles.
Well, heavy hearts, obviously, for the Buffalo Bulls program as they tragically lost Solomon Jackson. Just a few years ago, Solomon, a terrific player for Buffalo, passed away suddenly in 2016. But, Nate, for the past 7 years, the number 41, which Solomon wore, has been worn by a different player each game. And had a chance to talk to some of the Buffalo people beforehand. And it rotates for every game, every week. And it's not always the best player. It's who represents the football program best. And this week, the honor wearing number 41 goes to Caleb Tate. You won't see him a whole lot on the field, He does play linebacker in that back of the spot, but a huge part of the special teams for Buffalo.
Yeah, and in fact, Coach Lindquist recruited Solomon Jackson when he was an assistant coach back then. Recruited him in 2012. And Solomon's dad, Steven Jackson, is a longtime Army vet of 20 years. He's at the game today. Drove up from Atlanta. Pretty special.
Yeah, really special, heartfelt honor that Buffalo does every week with that number 41 jersey to make sure they always remember Solomon Jackson.
41, all for one is the quote around it.
Rolling down under 10 minutes here in this third quarter. Buffalo hang out of that 2-point lead. Coastal Carolina deep in their own territory.
Nice cut.
Big hit. Out at about the 28-yard line. C.J. Beasley with a big gain here for Coastal.
Got back to penalty and a little bit more. Coastal Carolina running backs are good at a little shoulder fake. You'll see it right here to set up the defense right there, and then just get a couple more out of it. One defender falls over another one. Manageable second down.
McCall gives it to Balthazar. Can't really find any room on that left side. Max Balthazar getting some action as a backup tailback today for Coastal Carolina. Again, Braden Bennett still not able to play for Coastal. Aaron Bedgood injured. We saw him before the game come out for the coin toss, still wearing that boot.
Chanticleers are, trying to beat Buffalo to the outside. They just can't do it. Buffalo's really good at covering the entire field, not letting you get to the edge.
So we saw Reese White had some fumble issues earlier. Seen C.J. Beasley, Ty Lyles had a fumble. Balthazar we've seen out there, so they are trying multiple different running back options. Flag on the play, and McCall's just going to throw it away.
Yeah, it's going to be holding against the shots you would think back there. That's 2 holding penalties in the same drive. Grayson McCall just running for his life.
Yeah, early indication. Is that exactly going against Coastal?
I think you back him up. You don't give him another chance.
Holding, offense, number 69. Penalty decline. Shelter play was an incomplete pass. 4th down.
That's what I meant. It's to decline it to make him kick it. So Buffalo gets the ball, doesn't do anything with it, but they hold the shots. Going to get it back. The chess game continues, sir.
Yeah, this one's going to be interesting, just like last week. Coastal really had to fight. Again, they were 32.5-point favorites against Gardner-Webb, and it came down to the end, and Coastal was able to put it away, win it 31-27. This one may well come down to the wire. And of course, we've talked about it a couple times, but Buffalo had a real fight on their hands last week with Holy Cross. Came down to the wire at Buffalo. Holy Cross won it on a Hail Mary at the buzzer. So this one long from over, as Crenshaw will punt it away. Crenshaw, big leg, just a freshman. This one nearly blocked, but still nice punt high in the air. Actually, a flag now back at the 15-yard line. This may go against Buffalo.
It's going to be either running into or roughing. And the official, Mr. Lewis, Marshall Lewis, is looking over at Coach Chadwell. What do you want to do? It's probably not roughing if he's looking at him. So they're going to have to kick it again if it's running into.
It was 4th down and what, 8 or 9?
Running into the kicker, receiving number 7, 5-yard penalty, repeat 4th down.
Still 4th down, yep, just not enough for that first down.
So they think they can get a better deal out of it as far as putting Buffalo deeper in a hole. That's a freshman who's probably never seen guys like that rushing at him in high school. But he got the kickoff and took the bump.
Freshman out of the state of Florida.
Very highly recruited.
You can see why. Again, a big leg.
Yep.
Keon Williams is back to receive for Buffalo. Dangerous returner. Hoping for a look here.
Peyton Bunch on the snap.
And another whistle.
Interesting. Timeout Coastal. Huh. Whether they saw a block they weren't waiting for, a block attempt. Interesting timeout.
We will take a break here from Conway. 4th and 1 for the Chanticleers when we come back.
You use a map in your car. Why not use a map with your cart? Store mode in the Home Depot app makes doing easy, showing you where to find what you need. Let's call it turn-by-turn shopping. It's made for doing. Download the Home Depot app.
Game sauce and toilet biscuit is empty. I gotta call KG.
KG, what up?
I got nothing for you, Fox.
Ah, come on. Jalen. You want to tell?
Yeah.
Don't call somebody on live TV.
Well, you answered. I have other friends anyway.
Marshawn, Barry.
Listen, I need some tips.
I like LA.
LA?
No, Dallas. That's
Dallas?
No, Dallas.
Dallas?
How about Detroit? Barry,
I'll call you right back. Vanessa.
I got a tip for you. Always go with your gut.
I like that.
Let's go with our gut.
Welcome to Quick Trip.
Need some roller therapy?
Need a hand?
Need an extra large? You need me to climb through your trunk and unlock your car? Yeah, that actually happened.
If you need it, we have it. QT, more than a gas station.
If you're always asking, where next? Capital One has the travel card for you. Venture X. Earn 10x miles on hotels and 5x miles on flights booked through Capital One Travel. Plus, receive premium travel benefits like access to over 1,300 airport lounges. Find your where next with Venture X. What's in your wallet?
What's the move? What's the move?
During the timeout, you can see Jamie Chadwell, the head coach for Coastal Carolina, in the middle of that huddle, calling Grayson McCall, his quarterback, over to the sideline. They are thinking about going for this. And sure enough, number 10 on 4th down and 1 is going to come out onto the field deep in their own territory at the 32-yard line.
That's trusting your players right there, unless you're going to try to get Buffalo to jump.
Coastal Carolina 5th in the nation on 4th down conversions. Last year, they're 4 for 4, as you just saw. Here to start this season. And again, 4th down and a long one here for the Chanticleers. Or is this just to try and pull Buffalo off sides?
Still 16 on the play clock.
C.J. Beasley in the backfield. Sure enough, here we go. Beasley hitting the backfield, and that's not going to be enough. The Buffalo defense steps up huge, and they're going to get the ball back.
What a huge play by the defense. You just shoot the gaps right there. That's a big play by Damon Williams, number 95. Just shoots the gap, gets to the ball carrier, turns the ball over.
Turnover on downs, 1st and 10 Buffalo at the 32-yard line.
Wow.
16-14 Buffalo with the lead and the football now with outstanding field position. Snyder with the handoff. Washington wrapped up. Still falls inside the 25-yard line. You know, if they were going to go for it, I thought maybe we'd see Bryce Carpenter in that shot package that they run for short yardage. But
I thought exactly the same thing, but he didn't go out there. Like Washington, tough man to bring down. Big man, 215. Giving it to him again.
He gets the first down and fights his way down to the 20.
Handoff to Mike Washington.
If the Shots can hold them to a field goal, not the end of the world because they're only down 5.
There goes Washington off the field. Washington, a redshirt freshman.
It's a big dude, be a redshirt freshman.
First down and 10 for the Bulls. Snyder gives it to Ron Cook. He squirts free and gets down to the 15-yard line. He went into a massive white jerseys and somehow was able to escape.
Well, we talked about how they had 6 yards rushing at the half. I am sure that Coach Maurice Lindquist got in there with the offensive line and said, come on, guys, let's play some football. We're going to pound it out and try to get something, and they're doing exactly that right now.
Now, there was a white jersey that got in. Actually, it was Joshua Madison who got in there, made a big hit, but just couldn't wrap him up. And now Cook dances his way down to the 11. Third down and short coming up for Buffalo.
They are determined to run the football here, but you can't load up that box because this young man can throw it very well, Cole Snyder. He's got Justin Marshall.
Cook is out. Washington back in at running back. On third down and 1.
Mr. Marshall, wide left bottom of your picture.
They're going to give it to Washington. And I don't think he got it, Nate. I think he's still shy.
Marker's right on the 10, so he's got to get inside the 10. He's on the 11.
And now Buffalo wants to go for it on fourth down, trying to answer the Chanticleers. Again, back to Washington, pushing his way to the 10, and maybe just enough to get it.
And they went quick before they thought the shots were set, and they got it. This is not a tempo team, but they just turned up the juice on the tempo there.
Picks it up by literally inches. And now first down and goal for the Bulls, trying to extend their lead.
That's being well prepared because you're not a team that wants to go quick, and when you do, nobody made a mistake, and you converted.
Now do they take a shot here, Nate?
What for? Why?
Snyder keeps it himself down to the 9.
You're eating clock and you're moving the football.
You just wonder, don't you, though? I'm kind of with you if they're just trying to soften it up and then all of a sudden a quick strike to Marshall somewhere. Remember that play they ran over on this side?
Yep. They had Marlon Johnson in there, 11, and just took him out.
Second down and goal, a couple late substitutions by the offense, and then by Coastal. They fake the handoff. Snyder rolling, looking, and upended at about the 7-yard line.
Tried to go to Keon Williams, number 3 at the top. It was man-on-man coverage. Was not open. Cole Snyder didn't throw it away.
And Josiah Stewart
cramping up, probably.
Is the injured Coastal player there. Preseason Sunbelt Defensive Player of the Year.
It's not crazy hot, but that turf is a little more natural grass. Oh. You see, Stewart's got nobody to throw to.
He did for a split second. Ray Embry was running wide open for just a moment in the back zone. As soon as he came off that route, he was open. As they continue to assist Josiah Stewart. We'll take a break. Buffalo on the move with a 2-point lead.
Ion. Electrified. Hungok Tire.
So I said, yeah, you're saving hundreds with the Home and Auto bundle from Progressive, but there's no saving that casserole.
I just love that word bundle. It's so fun. So, two things coming together like a force of nature. Like it was really meant to be,
Yes. Yes, I do. I'm so glad you want to save money. Rodney, set up a bundle for John Hamm.
Of course. John, is it still cool if I catch a ride home with you?
I never said it was.
But technically you didn't say it wasn't.
It's not.
Yet.
Game sauce and toilet biscuit is empty. I gotta call KG.
KG, what up?
I got nothing for you, Fox.
Come on. Jalen. You want to tell?
Yeah.
Don't call somebody on live TV.
Well, you answered. I have other friends anyway.
Marshawn, Barry.
Listen, I need some tips.
I like L.A.
L.A.?
No, Dallas. That's
Dallas.
Dallas.
Dallas?
How about Detroit? Barry,
I'll call y'all right now. Vanessa.
I got a tip for you. Always go with your gut.
I like that.
Let's go with our gut.
Girl, you can do better, at least with your big name wireless carrier. With Xfinity Mobile, you can get unlimited for $30 per month on the nation's most reliable 5G network. They can even save you hundreds a year on your wireless bill over T-Mobile, AT&T, and Verizon.
Wow, I can do better.
Yes, you can.
I can do better too.
Now, you really can do better. Switch to the fastest mobile service, Xfinity Mobile. Now with the best price on 2 lines of unlimited, just $30 a line.
Everyone is ready for a double dose of Monday Night Football. First on ESPN, Tennessee heads to Buffalo. Plus on ABC, the Vikings take on the Eagles.
Well, Josiah Stewart now off the field for Coastal Carolina. And obviously all the Chanticleer fans hoping he's able to get back on the field defensively. They need him as Buffalo on the move, trying to extend their lead. 3rd down and goal coming up for the Bulls. Cole Snyder, 20 of 28, 197 yards.
Marshall and Boykin, top of the picture.
Ron Cook Jr. back in at tailback here for Buffalo, standing just off to the right shoulder there of Snyder. 4 wideouts set up here for Buffalo. Snyder looking to pass, goes left side. Keon Williams in a battle over there on the left side, and it's deflected. Knocked down, well defended over there in the corner by Jordan Strong, having a good game for the Chanticleers.
Yes, he is. Had a really good job of just ripping it out of the receiver's hands. Pretty good pass. Better coverage and just knock it loose. Do whatever you got to do so he doesn't catch it. Here comes the field goal attempt.
Alex McNulty already 3 for 3. This will be 26-yarder. Good snap, clean hold, and a little chip shot here for Alex McNulty. Now 4 for 4 on the day as Buffalo caps off their drive with the field goal to take a 5-point lead.
Not the end of the world if you're a Chanticleer fan. They looked like they were going to give up a touchdown because Buffalo was run right down the field. They finally went to the pass, and Jordan Strong makes a play to stop a touchdown. And basically, you knew you were giving up 3 because McNulty does not miss.
Buffalo 0-2 to start the season. Talked about the loss week 1 at Maryland, 31-10. Actually was not as maybe lopsided as it seemed. It was 17-7 at the half, and then Maryland would put it away late. And then the Bulls with that loss on the last second play at home against Holy Cross last week. So Buffalo coming out motivated in this one. And now the Bulls will kick off to the Chanticleers and to a shot named McDoom, 5'11", 170. And what a highlight we saw last week out of this kid against Gardner Webb. 95 yards. He was a blur. I mean, just a lightning bolt down the sideline.
He beat the kicker, made him look bad. McNulty's leg is not getting tired after all those field goals. He's still booming it basically out of the end zone.
Yeah, keeping it out of the hands of McDoom.
Well, Grayson McCall is very un-Grayson McCall-like. He was 9 for 14 in the first half, which is pretty good. He is 0 for 1 in this half throwing the football. That's not Chanticleer offense. That's not Grayson McCall offense.
Yeah, I mean, Coastal was making an obvious effort to try and get the running game going back in that first half. So you're right. I mean, Grayson, I thought, was efficient back in the first half. 9 of 14, 125 and a touchdown, but they have really neutralized him here in the second half.
Press coverage on the outside and 2 deep safeties to help. The middle should be open.
4 turnovers by Coastal Carolina here in this game, but still only down 5. 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Nice reach back catch by Sam Pinckney. Staying on his feet out to the 42-yard line. Nice play.
That's what's open. The linebacker, it was a perfect play for the defense. The linebacker blitzed from the left side. Pinckney ran into the area the linebacker should have been. Watch, you'll see 52 coming the outside. That's exactly where Pinckney ends up. A nice pitch and catch.
First completion of the half by Grayson. Brown in motion. Go over the top again to Pinckney. Another first down inside the 40-yard line.
And that's another Coastal Carolina.
Pinckney all fired up trying to get this offense going.
Caleb offered the defensive back there, but Pinckney's just too big and too strong at 6'4", 215. Back-to-back great plays, first chance. And Grayson heard me say he's 0 for 1.5. Quick passes. Even if the blitz comes, quick releases. Now it's not quick. Now he's going for a big one.
Looks left, fires complete over to the right. And all of a sudden now 3 for 3. That catch is made by Tyler Roberts, the redshirt senior.
You can see the receivers are making an effort to, at all costs, catch the football. No more drops.
First down.
Spirited drive here for Coastal Carolina. A chance to retake the lead if they can get in the end zone. Coming up on 2.5 to play. They'll go back to the ground. Beasley takes a hit at the line of scrimmage. Forward progress might give him a little bit.
Yeah, maybe 1.5. That's about it. When he spun, there was a defender just waiting for him.
Beasley, redshirt sophomore from Norfolk, Virginia. Played in 11 games last year. Big-time recruit out of high school, a 3-star recruit. Second down. And back to the ground, just nothing doing up the middle. Good wrap up and tackle by Marcus Fuqua.
Yep, the junior safety made a nice fill there. Had 9 tackles last week. Nothing going on there. Balthazar with 2 hands on the football, which is probably said 9,000 times in the locker room at halftime.
5 Power 5 transfers as defensive starters for this Buffalo squad.
They went to the portal and came out shining.
Boston College, Maryland, Florida, NC State, Nebraska. That one tipped and out of bounds.
That time they rolled the pocket on purpose to get Grayson some time to throw the ball, Grayson McCall. And the ball was tipped, as you just said.
And now decision time again here for Coastal Carolina.
Is there a flag down? All the officials are speaking.
I would assume they're going to kick this as long as they've got the confidence in Cade Hensley, the redshirt freshman from Johnson City. He's been good here early. And, yeah, it looks like they're going to run him onto the field on what will be about a 45-yarder.
Yeah, the distance is not the problem. It's tougher for Brady to kick from the right hash than it is the left hash. Young man's pretty darn good, though.
Depending on where they spot it, either 44, 45-yard kick. Clean snap down the middle, and it is good. So the kickers today impressive on both sides as Cade Hensley knocks it through. And that will pull Coastal Carolina back to within 2 points. Caps off a 7-play drive, 48 yards, just under 3 minutes. And officially making a 44-yard field goal by the redshirt freshman. All right, Buffalo with a 2-point lead. There you see for Buffalo, we were just talking about their head coach, Maurice Linguist, and the Power 5 transfers. But how about this, Nate? Over 20 of them from Western New York region.
Yeah, he said he wants kids that want to come here, that want to play here. And obviously, it's an emphasis in recruiting. Cole Snyder was one of those guys from Rutgers back to where he played, about 20, 25 minutes from the University of Buffalo. And that's what he wants. He wants pride in the Western New York area and the city of Buffalo. And he's trying to develop a program. He got the job crazy late a spring ago, so he never had a spring practice last year. His first time he saw his kids was August 4th this year. With all those new players, he's trying to put everything together and get something going.
Yeah, Maurice Linguist, of course, took over for Lance Leipold, who went to Kansas to become the head coach. As you see, Ron Cook Jr. making the catch, speeds it out to the 25-yard line.
Coach Lindquist was the defensive coordinator of Michigan, went through spring practice in Michigan, and then got the job. So no spring practice for the Buffalo Bulls.
Buffalo preseason in the MAC East Division, predicted to finish third behind Miami and Kent State. Northern Illinois predicted to win the West. Northern Illinois has been solid for years now, it seems like.
And MAC's good football.
First and 10 from the 25. Snyder fakes it to Washington, goes over the top. Looking for Justin Marshall, a little bit too strong. Marshall might have been able to get a half step there on Boykin, but pass was too far.
Yeah, deep post, and he had time. He just couldn't sync it up. I agree, Marshall was beyond him a little bit, and it was a good job to throw, let Marshall go get it and throw it underneath. Mr. Boykin either knocks it down or maybe picks it. It was a one-man route. Everybody back in for max protect. They gave him time to throw it. Problem is now it's 2nd and 10.
Cole Snyder, the starting quarterback for Buffalo on the afternoon, 20 of 30 now for 197 yards and a touchdown. And back to the ground to Washington out to the 30.
There's both linebackers. Trey Pigney, of course, in there for Shane Bruce, and then T.J. Killen on the tackle. Ball goes up the middle. That's what they're supposed to do.
I still, looking at these stats, I'm surprised. Only 46, make it 51 rushing yards for Buffalo. It just seems like Washington and Cook have had a bigger day than that.
Yeah, I don't disagree.
See what they do here on 3rd down and 5. Washington into the flat. Snyder looked at him quickly and then fires complete to Gassett. And he'll easily get the first down across the 45-yard line, but a flag on the far sideline.
It's going to be a personal foul against Buffalo is what the side judge called. Might be taunting.
Maurice Linguist, the head coach for Buffalo, on the field to join in the conversation as well.
Result of the play was a first down. After the play, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, offense, number 11, 15-yard penalty. It'll be first
You
down.
don't see that often, unnecessary roughness against the offense.
Yeah, and on the wide receiver, Marlon Johnson.
That's 35 yards and penalties. Probably making a block downfield.
Oh, yeah, blindside block.
Yep.
Point of emphasis.
They get the first down, so 10, but it backs them up 15. The emphasis on Buffalo was not as many penalties this week. Not quite working yet. It's 4 for 35 yards against the Bulls. That's a big one.
And another whistle. As the quarter will come to an end. So Buffalo with a 2-point lead on the road, looking for their first win of the season. Looking good. Still a quarter left to play.
Open the Quick Trip.
Need some roller therapy?
Need a hand? Need an extra large? You need me to climb through your trunk and unlock your car? Yeah, that actually happened.
If you need it, we have it. QT, more than a gas station.
Game starts at 20, bed slip is empty. I gotta call KG.
KG, what
I
up?
got nothing for you, Fox.
Ah, come on. Jalen. You want to tell?
Yeah.
Don't call somebody on live TV.
Well, you answered. I have other friends anyway.
Marshawn, Barry.
Listen, I need some tips.
I like LA.
LA?
No, Dallas. That's
Dallas?
No, Dallas.
Dallas?
How about Detroit?
I'll call y'all right now. Vanessa.
I got a tip for you. Always go with your gut.
I like that. Let's go with our gut.
Earn 5% cash back on travel purchase through Chase with Chase Freedom Unlimited. Earn 5% on our cabin. Hello, cash back!
Hello, Kevin Hart.
Earn big time with Chase Freedom Unlimited with no annual fee. How do you cash back? Chase, make more of what's yours.
Girl, you can do better, at least with your big name wireless carrier. With Xfinity Mobile, you can get unlimited for $30 per month on the nation's most reliable 5G network. They can even save you hundreds a year on your wireless bill over T-Mobile, AT&T, and Verizon.
Wow, I can do better.
Yes, you can.
I can do better too.
Now, you really can do better. Switch to the fastest mobile service, Xfinity Mobile. Now with the best price on 2 lines of unlimited, just $30 a line.
Team, it's been a grind, but I think I've aged you well. Some might say perfect. Who's ready to show 'em who's the cheesiest?
I woke up feeling the cheesiest, coach! Cheez-It, official sponsor of the college football playoff.
Sunbelt football for you this afternoon here on ESPN as we come to you from Conway, South Carolina. And look at this, Nate. Specifically the Sunbelt Conference East Division with App State, Coastal, Georgia Southern, Georgia State. How about the new guys on the block? James Madison, Marshall, and Old Dominion. Some huge wins early on. App State at Texas A&M. Marshall wins at Notre Dame. It's going to be a tough division.
You get to the chip game and win in the East, you earned it.
On first down, a pickup of maybe a couple of yards. App State, really, I mean, could have started the season 2-0. I mean, they narrowly
absolutely
defeated North Carolina.
6 touchdowns in the fourth quarter against North Carolina and does not win the game, Appalachia.
Division teams in the East combined 10-4. 3 of the 4 losses are to SEC or ACC teams. What a start. And, of course, next week it is going to get real with everyone going head-to-head.
Sunbelt play starts next week for the Chanticleers when they go on Thursday night on the U down to Georgia State. It's Sean Elliott's team. Yeah, it's going to be great football. And like I said, you get to the championship game, you earned it in the East.
Buffalo with the lead, 19-17. Alongside Nate Ross, I'm Jeff McCarriger. Thanks for joining in here this afternoon. From just outside of Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, Snyder in a lot of trouble. Hit as he throws, incomplete, and now third down coming up for the Bulls.
I don't know if he tried to complete that or tried to get it out of bounds, but he was under duress, so he just chucked it, and it did go out of bounds. So Chanticleers hold, force a punt. He should get decent field position out of this.
Buffalo 5 for 13 on third down conversions. Cole Snyder, their starting quarterback, 22 for 33, 216 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception.
Josiah Stewart was one of many back there to bother Cole Snyder. Josiah Stewart playing more of a D-end kind of game today.
Snyder looks left. It is tipped, nearly intercepted, and fourth down coming up.
intended for Justin Marshall.
Well, so far today, if Buffalo has it, they're going to Justin Marshall. If the Shants have it, they're going to Sam Pinckney. We'll see who can do it more often with basically the whole fourth quarter left to go.
Jackson Bolter on the punt for Buffalo.
Tyson Mobley back on the field for Coastal Carolina. He'll stand back at about his own 30. Jackson Baltar will punt it away.
Shook up a couple tackles last time Mobley did to get a couple yards out of it. Because they're not going to go peel back and block for him. They're coming after the kicker.
And a fumbled snap. Still loose. Picked up by Coastal Carolina. And the Chanticleers are going to take the lead. Jamar Brown, the redshirt junior from Florida, transfer from South Carolina, able to pick it up and run it in for the score.
They got in. It was a bad snap to start, and then 18 more. Brown picks it up, and that is a live football scoop and score. Talk about momentum changes. This game's been amazing.
6 turnovers, and now a fumbled snap. Costly for Buffalo as Coastal retakes the lead.
Brown took that football manager and said something to him like, hide this puppy. I want this one.
And the extra point is good. Again, for the second week in a row, Uncle Mo doesn't know where he wants to sit.
Nope, he is totally confused.
He's on the Buffalo sidelines. He's on the Coastal sidelines. He's everywhere. Right now, the Chanticleers with a 5-point lead here at home.
It's beautiful out here. Sure is. And I earn 5% cash back on travel purchase through Chase with Chase Freedom Unlimited. That means that I earn 5% on our rental car. I earn 5% on our cabin. I mean, come on. Hello, cash back.
Hello, Kevin Hart.
I'm scared. In a good way. I'm lying. Let's get inside. Earn big time with Chase Freedom Unlimited with no annual fee. How do you cash back? Chase, make more of what's yours.
Game starts at 20, bed slip is empty. I gotta call KG.
KG, what up?
I got nothing for you, Fox.
Ah, come on. Jalen. You want to tell?
Yeah.
Don't call somebody on live TV.
Well, you answered. I have other friends anyway.
Marshawn, Barry.
Listen, I need some tips.
I like LA.
LA?
No, Dallas. That's
Dallas?
No, Dallas.
Dallas?
How about Detroit? Barry,
I'll call y'all right back. Vanessa.
I got a tip for you. Always go with your gut.
I like that. Let's go with our gut.
On a patronizing Fansville by Dr. Pepper.
That's called an off tackle. That's where the running back runs.
I know what it is. Did you just fansplain me?
I'm sorry. I was out of bounds. That's where a player steps back.
Dr. Pepper, the one fans deserve.
Arby's, 2 for $7 every day. Yee! Classic beef and cheddar hog. 2 of those things for just $7. Arby's, we have the meat.
Wow, all of a sudden this crowd and sidelines escalated in a hurry. You can see the Coastal Carolina players jumping up and down. They had spilled out onto the field. The coaches had to kind of pull them back. The fans really got into it. And then on the other side, Maurice Linguist, the head coach for Buffalo, said, you don't do that to us. And he got his players going up and down on the sideline.
The DJ got him going with the music.
Yeah, both sidelines all fired up.
Jamar Brown started it, and the DJ continued it.
Chanticleers with a 5-point lead. Just underway here in the fourth quarter. And Ron Cook Jr. is going to get a look at this one from the 10. Out to the 20 and wrapped up and thrown down at the 21-yard line.
Excellent kick coverage right there. Jamar Brown is a dangerous kick returner. Mr. Cash, 36 on the grab, and then a bunch of his friends took him down. Chanticleers have put pressure on Cole Snyder, and that's what's caused not to get first downs or errant passes. But if he has time, he can find who he needs to find. So can they continue to get the pressure on him, or can he have time to move the pocket? Because the running game hasn't been doing it for him. It's been his right arm. And it's been the two hands of Justin Marshall catching it.
Big play in this game just moments ago. The fumbled snap on 4th down. Buffalo trying to punt it away. Jamar Brown picks it up and returns it. And now a catch on the sidelines by Coastal Carolina, an interception.
Jacob Prochet with a Lance Boykin kind of catch over the shoulder. And boy, Uncle Mo knows what side to be on now. What a catch. Ball's a little overthrown, and watch 23 Prochet just go get it. A little up and out, and Prochet wanted to be the receiver more than Q Williams did, and that's exactly what he did, and got the pick and gets the cloak.
Jacob Prochet, the senior from Texas, transfer from Coffeyville Community College in Kansas. And now Coastal Carolina with a 5-point lead and the football.
Jared Brown was on the wrong side of formation. The sideline yelled at him to get over, and now he's got to come in motion.
Beasley gets it, cuts it up the middle. And driven out of bounds at the 19-yard line. A huge pickup for C.J. Beasley, and Coastal on the move.
Willie Lampkin in the center, Willie Morse and Antoine Loper. Watch this hole on the right side. Everybody blocks down, and he's gone.
31 yards on the run by C.J. Beasley.
Great call, great execution up front. Most of the time, guy makes a big run, he comes out. Beasley doesn't want to come out. I don't blame him.
Little flip to Beasley. Spins out of 2 tackles. And forward progress down to the 13-yard line.
After the referee blew the whistle, and after everybody stopped moving, he still had 2 hands on the football.
Beasley again from Norfolk, Virginia. Actually ranked the 3rd best running back, or 73rd best running back in the nation out of high school by ESPN.
Got 75 yards on 7 carries today coming into the game. He had 114 yards on 26 carries.
2nd down. Spins again, a flag out on this one.
He didn't spin out of Damon Williams, though. He tried to get outside Damon Williams. The big nose guard grabbed him.
Offside. Defense. In the neutral zone of the snap. Number 53.
This is going to go against Buffalo. 5th penalty of the game.
That's an unforcement. Just lined up in the neutral zone. It's not a Star Trek term either. I'm just saying that's where he lined up.
1st down for Coastal Carolina. 1st and goal coming up. Boy, if you're wearing number 18 today, you are, or number 16, I should say. Oh, and another flag.
Well, depending on whether the left guard jumped for the chance, which would be McDonald, or he was definitely bowled over, but did he move?
Offside. Defense, number 95, with contact. That's the distance to the goal line. Remains 1st down.
Tell you, Jeff, you looked at the bottom of your picture, you got Pinckney wide open one-on-one, very wide. All he's got to do is a quick slant, and Grayson McCall will get it to him quickly. Now they bring him in a little tighter because the ball's on the right hash. He was way out last time.
And actually, it's not number 18, it's number 19, Nate Hope. Redshirt junior, who's back in at running back, giving C.J. Beasley a blow.
Oh, he's open.
It's complete and into the end zone. Tyson Mobley, touchdown, Chanticleers.
That is the first time today that the Shants got outside on Buffalo and they lost their containment. Mobley had a running start by going in motion and just swung out to the left and he outran the defense. That is the 20th game that Grayson McCall has thrown 2 or more touchdown passes. He came in with 19 of them. That's pretty impressive.
Hensley trying to make this a 12-point lead and hammers that one through.
This was 19-17.
I was just going to say,
a couple minutes ago.
A 14-0 run by Coastal Carolina. 12:05 to play as the Chanticleers flexing their muscles here at home.
With no fees or minimums and no overdraft fees, banking with Capital One is the easiest decision in the history of decisions. Even easier than this.
We need a clutch hit. Derek Jeter.
Hang in there, rookie.
Yep, even easier than that. With no fees or minimums and no overdraft fees, is it even a decision? That's banking reimagined. What's in your wallet?
Game sauce and Tony Bislick is empty. I gotta call KG.
KG, what up?
I got nothing for you, Fox.
Oh, come on. Jalen. You want to tell?
Yeah.
Don't call somebody on live TV.
Well, you answered. I have other friends anyway.
Marshawn, Barry.
Listen, I need some tips.
I like LA.
LA?
No, Dallas. That's
Dallas?
not Dallas.
Dallas?
How about Detroit? Barry,
I'll call y'all right now. Vanessa.
I got a tip for you. Always go with your gut.
I like that. Let's go with our gut.
Still not confident about which used car to buy?
Nope.
Why not ask the most confident person you know?
My old high school coach. This one's got talent, toughness, the will to win.
Let me coach you on this. Just say, show me the Carfax value. You'll get the most accurate price based on the vehicle's accident history. Look for me and stop overpaying. Shop at the all-new Carfax.com.
It's gonna be a touchdown. Good morning, America.
Is my hair on fire?
Not yet.
What's the move? What's the move?
Oh, the Coastal Carolina sideline fired up again as you see the total yards. 399 to 268 for Coastal Carolina as the Chanticleers now have scored twice, a couple of quick strikes to extend their lead to 31 to 19.
Shants have 215 in the air, 184 on the ground. Buffalo has 38 on the ground. They're going to throw the ball, try to get back in this thing, I would imagine.
Two-time all-conference kick returner Ron Cook trying to make something happen. Cuts it out to the sidelines, gets out near the 30-yard line. Decent field position here for Buffalo. Still plenty of time in this one, just under 12 minutes left to play.
Austin Randall, the red shirt junior from right here at Myrtle Beach High School, makes that tackle.
Well, we mentioned earlier the stat on time of possession. The reason why we don't talk about it a lot is because what does it really mean? I mean, yeah, Buffalo's had it twice as long as Coastal Carolina has had it.
It just flipped in that fourth quarter with the messed up punt, the scoop and score, and then a touchdown drive by the Shants, and here they come after him again. Boy, he is lucky he caught that pitch. He caught that one hand.
I was going to say, he makes a terrific play just to make the catch.
That was not a great pitch. It was a little behind him because they were in Snyder's face. Watch this one-handed catch. Oh, man, that could have been a fumble in a heartbeat.
And who was standing right there? Number 18. Jamar Brown was ready to take that one back to the house again.
Why not? I got one. Give me two. That's a great catch by Ron Cook, Jr.
Snyder looking to sling it. He's got a man open down the sideline and just overthrows him a little bit too deep as Al-J. Henderson was able to sneak free down that left side.
Well, there's a young man, Trey Pinkney's the backup linebacker in for Shane Bruce. And he handed off the receiver to a defensive back that wasn't there. He should have stayed with him. And luckily for the Shants, the ball was just overthrown by Pinkney, or excuse me, by Snyder. Problem when you throw it so much is now 3 and out, and the other team gets the ball right back. They don't convert here. Zone defense, 2 safeties back for the Shants. They'll give you the under because you need 15.
Snyder across the middle, complete, and that's going to be enough for the first down. Marlon Johnson with a catch.
He caught it right at the moment, and that 1 yard got him. Chanticleer down on that one.
And that looks like it's Lance Boykin down for Coastal Carolina.
Little crossing route coming from the left side of your picture. Boykin in the coverage. You can see the receiver kind of falls on Boykin as he comes down. Hopefully he's okay, but we'll find out in a minute.
Back with more from Conway after this.
You think the kids are having this much fun?
Oh, yeah. I think they're having a blast.
Any other questions about your loan with Navy Federal Credit Union?
All good. Thanks again for answering my call. I know it's late back home. I can't imagine where I'd be without you guys.
Are you still there?
Thanks so much.
Have a good one. Thanks for calling.
Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission.
Game starts at 20, best slip is empty. I gotta call KG.
KG, what up?
I got nothing for you, Fox.
Ah, come on. Jalen. You want to tell?
Yeah.
Don't call somebody on live TV.
Well, you answered. I have other friends anyway.
Marshawn Berry.
Listen, I need some tips.
I like LA.
LA?
No, Dallas. That's
Dallas?
not Dallas.
Dallas?
How about Detroit?
I'll call y'all right now. Vanessa.
I got a tip for you. Always go with your gut.
I like that. Let's go with our gut.
Team, it's been a grind, but I think I've aged you well. Some might say perfect. Who's ready to show 'em who's the cheesiest?
I woke up feeling the cheesiest, coach!
Cheez-It, official sponsor of the college football playoff.
Here's the problem, team. Nobody knows what Hulu Plus Live TV is.
Yeah, it comes with over 75 live channels with sports like NFL games, plus Hulu's entire streaming library.
Plus Disney Plus, plus ESPN Plus.
What if we change the name?
Give me something. No bad ideas. Let's go.
Super Hulu.
Bad idea. Hulu Bold. No.
Hulu Plus Live TV Plus.
Yeah, everybody's kind of doing the plus thing after the name.
What if we call it Hulu Plus Live TV Plus Plus Plus?
You're saying 3 pluses? That's what you're saying? That's dumb, but we're going to go with it.
We're going to take a look at this play again. You'll see exactly what happens to Lance Boykin. The good news is he is up and walking off the field under his own power. They have taken him back to the injury tent, but you'll see here on the tackle, his head snaps and hits the turf, Nate, really hard. Grabs his helmet, and they've taken him into the tent here.
He walk off on his own, as you said, though, which is a good thing.
Big blow for the defense. Obviously, Boykin has been terrific this season. Snyder in all kinds of trouble again and just throws it away.
Chanticleer's doing a good job of getting in Snyder's face. One, because they know he's going to throw it, so they're just teeing off on him and sending different people in different line stunts defensively to get to him. They've been productive, and he just had to chuck that one to the sidelines. They're only rushing 4, but those 4 are hell-bent on getting on top of them.
Snyder finds Washington. Great defensive play Good tackle. Jamar Brown having a game.
Not a missed tackle on the outside right there. Jamar Brown, the transfer, as we said, from Elton Road in Columbia, South Carolina, with the scoop and score for the touchdown. Nice stop right there.
There it is again.
Florida shots have missed tackle play, but they didn't miss that one. He didn't.
Third down and 10 for Buffalo. Down 2 scores.
Isaiah Stewart's coming. Left side of your picture.
Pressure from both sides. It's complete. Keon Williams. Nice pass and catch. First down for the Bulls. Well, if you're Buffalo right now, just under 10 minutes left in this one, still plenty of time. You're down 2 scores. You're down 12, so really
tons of time.
Yeah, very much alive.
You got a very capable quarterback in Cole Snyder who just finds the opening.
Yeah, if they score here, this is definitely still in reach. Again, forward progress will give him the 40-yard line.
I'm sure that Chanticleers, every time the defense comes to the sideline, they talk about one thing Coach Staggs does, the defensive coordinator. Give them whatever they want underneath. Just don't let them get behind you. So far, they've done a good job of that. Because the ones that get behind him take longer to develop, and those 4 guys up front are getting in Cole Snyder's face.
They give it to Cook. He tries to cut back, falls forward near the first down. Looks like he might be just shy, which brings up third down and short for the Bulls.
The line judge is spotting it at about the 35.5. They need to get to the 35 to move the chains. As they say now, the line to gain.
Again, the give to Cook. Gets the first down, stays on his feet. Strong run, gets inside the 25-yard line.
They got a nice combination between Ron Cook with the Jets and Mike Washington is a big bulldog to knock you over. That's a nice combination of running backs. Another shot down on this one. Nice job by Ron Cook Jr. right there.
We will take a break here in Conway. 8:39 left to play in the game. Buffalo trying to stay close in this one.
If you're always asking, where next? Capital One has the travel card for you. Venture X. Earn 10x miles on hotels and 5x miles on flights booked through Capital One Travel. Plus, receive premium travel benefits like access to over 1,300 airport lounges. Find your where next with Venture X. What's in your wallet?
Game sauce and Tony Bislick is empty. I gotta call KG.
KG, what up?
I got nothing for you, Fox.
Ah, come on. Jalen. You want to tell?
Yeah.
Don't call somebody on live TV.
Well, you answered. I have other friends anyway.
Marshawn, Barry.
Listen, I need some tips.
I like LA.
LA?
No, Dallas. That's
Dallas.
Dallas.
Dallas?
How about Detroit? Barry,
I'll call y'all right back. Vanessa.
I got a tip for you. Always go with your gut.
I like that. Let's go with our gut.
All right, here we go. Look at that preacher.
Hey, let me help you.
Over there.
Thanks, Tony.
Yo, Tony, what up, man?
Ain't in a minute, man.
You better think it's a pretty penny, huh?
It took you so long, but I made your favorite, plátano.
You can bet it, yeah.
You're the greatest mom in the world.
He never stopped.
What's the move? What's the move?
All electric, with room for up to 7. It's the SUV Electric has been waiting for. The all-new EQB from Mercedes-Benz.
Sunday Night Baseball, Sundays at 7 on ESPN.
Raise those hands. Let everybody know you went deep.
This is the time of year when things get real. Sunday Night Baseball, Sundays at 7 on ESPN.
Jamie Chadwell. Sometimes that sideline can be lonely, right, Nate?
Oh, he walks up and down looking at that play sheet like, well, what do I do next time we get it? He's not talking to himself, folks. He's talking to the coaches up next to us in the booth, trust me. Probably talking to Willie Korn.
Much discussion. This game's still very much in doubt. 8:35 and counting. Here in the fourth quarter from Conway. Cole Snyder. 26 of 41, 251 yards. A touchdown, 2 interceptions. To the air again on first down and 10 across the middle. Looked like it might have been in the hands of Marlon Johnson, then skipped out, incomplete.
It's a little bit behind the intended receiver there. As you said, Marlon Johnson, he had a hand on it, but he's running one way and the ball is a little bit behind him. We're coming to your picture from the right here, Prochet in the coverage. Just a little bit behind him. It's tough to be running one way and catch it when it's on your back hip. More importantly for Buffalo, he had time to throw it.
They give it to Washington going around that left tackle. Nice pickup on second down. Will bring up third down at about 3 for the Bulls. Total offense in this one so far, 399. As far as total yards for Coastal Carolina, coming up on 350 here for Buffalo.
I don't think he got it. Nope, they're spotting him on the 25. He needs to get to the 24. Excuse me, the 15. He needs to get to the 14.
Got to go for it here.
Yeah, Mike Washington. They got two plays to make this one.
Yeah, they need 2 touchdowns. A touchdown and a field goal won't do it.
3 doesn't help you here.
Buffalo 1 for 2 on fourth down conversions. They give it to Washington. He's going to pick it up.
He's just too big and too strong for not to get 1 yard and for one guy to bring him down.
Washington 6'2", 215. And again, we talked about it back in the first half. But just a redshirt freshman from Central New York.
Somebody got a hand on that one, batted it down on the defensive line. Trying to go underneath again. That's what they've been good at, coming crossing patterns. So they teach you as a D lineman, once you get in there, he looks like he's going to throw it. Get those hands up. Tip ball here could be a big, big play either way.
Well, they love the play in the corner over here on the near side of Justin Marshall earlier in this game. We'll see what they do here on second down and 10. They fake it to Washington, go left this time over to Keon Williams. Down to the 6-yard line. Third down now coming up for Buffalo.
Prochet on the coverage again, but he'll give it to him underneath. You can see the defensive backs on the outside want to funnel everything to the middle. That's where their help is. But as you said, if he goes outside, especially to Marshall, it's one-on-one over there.
Buffalo 2 for 3 on fourth downs. 6 for 18 on third downs.
Samar Brown's got Marshall on the outside, bottom of the picture.
Critical third down and 4. Just under 6.5 left.
Coastal's going to stop it.
Yep, Coastal's going to call a timeout and look this one over again. So just one timeout now remaining throughout the rest of this game if it should get tight for Coastal.
Jamar Brown on Justin Marshall there. Marshall 6'3", Jamar Brown 6'1", 210. He's a big kid and very athletic. That's not a bad matchup if you're Chanticleers. I love it. Grayson McCall's going into the defensive huddle to jack him up. He doesn't do enough on offense. He's helping the defense.
Well, this is an interesting call here for Buffalo, Nate, and I got to be honest with you. I mean, this is 4-down territory. I don't mind a run play here.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, I mean, 3rd down and 4, maybe you're thinking pass, but the way that Cook and Washington have been able to chew up some yards, it seems like every time they touch the ball here in the second half, they're picking up at least 3 or 4 yards.
Yeah, in 2 plays to Washington, they can get 3 yards.
Yeah.
So that's all they need. They want the touchdown, they get the first down, then it's 1st and goal to 2.
Yeah, I mean, maybe choose up a little bit too much clock that they probably want now, but still, I wouldn't hate a replay right now.
That's the problem Coach Staggs has as a defensive coordinator. You got to be ready for both. You got to tell your guys, there's 11 of us out here. Just do your job.
They've had a lot of success with the quick outs, but as you get closer to the end zone, obviously your striking potential really decreases.
Yeah, less field to cover defensively makes it easier for the defense.
All right, so what is Buffalo going to do here on 3rd down and 4 for the moment, an empty backfield? Cook in motion all the way out to the right side.
He knows it's man since somebody went with the guy going in motion.
Snyder looking across the middle, in trouble, and hit at the 10-yard line. Ryan was there, Josiah Stewart was there, putting the heat on Snyder in the pocket.
Braylon Ryan, 40, was the first guy to hit him. That's really good coverage. Once the man went in motion, somebody went with him. He knew it was man coverage. He looks left, he looks middle, he looks right. There's nothing.
And again, Nate, I don't want to beat a dead horse, but I really wouldn't have minded a run play there.
This kind of changes the situation here. Fourth down
and 7.
9 for the touchdown, 7 for the first down.
And this could be the game. We'll see what happens.
Oh, they're coming, everybody.
Quick pass into the end zone. A touchdown, Keon Williams. And Buffalo is still alive.
They love the slants, and they've been really good at the slants. Williams with a quick slant, and they sent the house that time against Cole Snyder, but they picked up every one of them, and he had time to throw it. Watch this. Everybody's coming. He just beat the D-back inside, and he knows he's beat right there, too. Excellent possession. 4th and 7. They got 9 and a touchdown.
10-yard touchdown catch. And the extra point is good. And just like that, it's a 5-point game.
You said it's going to come down to the end.
17 plays, 71 yards, chewed up over 6 minutes and 20 seconds. And Buffalo is very much alive here with just over 5.5 minutes to play.
Mixed up run, can run Washington in the run game, and then the passing game. I'm telling you, Cole Snyder, we said it before the game, prepping for it. He can throw the rock. He is 28 for 45 for 267, 2 picks and touchdowns.
Well, I'm with you, Nate, on your analysis of that. I mean, what a great pickup and gutsy play by Cole Snyder just to hang in there.
Yeah, he had everybody in a white shirt coming after him.
Had to wait just a split second longer maybe than he wanted, and able to just fire right into Keon Williams for the touchdown.
28 for 45. He was 25 for 34 for 305 last week. He's got 267 this week, but that last one was a big one. Puts the onus on the Chanticleers to get an offensive drive and eat up the clock and end the football game if possible. Well, this kid's unbelievable kicking off, isn't he? What a leg.
Same spot almost every time.
7-8 yards deep in the end zone, yep.
Kicked the first one to open up the game out of bounds, but that's really been the only mistake so far by him all day. All right, a huge drive. Yep, huge drive coming up here for Coastal Carolina. At the very least, they're going to want to take a whole lot of time off that clock.
Well, most of the time in the fourth quarter, you defend on number 10 to make plays. He's back in there, and it's time for him to make some plays. C.J. Beasley then had a heck of a job earlier in the quarter, back behind him.
Brown in motion. Sets up in the slot. McCall lobs it, completes over to the sideline, and they're going to say he stepped out of bounds at the 34-yard line.
They love that play where they send the wide out across. The defense is bothered by him. Then the tight end that time, Logan, just fires out to the outside, and they have a nice gain out of it. I'm sure they can go out and up with it, but they don't need to do that. They need to keep the clock running.
Logan Malden on the reception. Second down and short.
I would think the play clock's at single digits when they snap it every time for the rest of this one. It's at 10 right now.
5 minutes left to play. They'll keep it on the ground. Beasley, little hesitation, stutter, step, gets into Buffalo territory.
We know the Chanticleers have had two hands on the football because that's been emphasized. But if you're Buffalo right now and the first guy has him, everybody else tries to rip it loose or punch it out, try to get that ball free. You can see right there, he puts two hands on it right there. They're trying to rip it out. Get on the ground and stay in bounds. That's a good move.
And as you mentioned, Nate, Coastal Carolina taking a lot of time just looking over the sideline, being very patient. Under 4.5 now left. First down and 10. Again, on the ground, Beasley takes a huge hit. Able to hang on to it.
He likes that spin move, but when he does, he gets pummeled by the second guy.
C.J. Bazile out of New Jersey with the big hit.
Keyshawn Cobb finished it off the nickel. It's a perfect play for Buffalo. Now you got him 2nd and 10. It's not a passing situation, but it's better than giving up yardage a first down. Unfortunately, the clock keeps running. Both teams with 3
and there you just
timeouts.
Saw Beasley coming to the sideline. Second down and 10.
Coastal only has 1 timeout. Buffalo has 3.
McCall flips it to Hope, finds a seam, puts his head down and gets to the 42-yard line. He's going to be right at the sticks.
This was a weird play. There was a fake to the up back, but there was no up back. There was just Hope. Well, he fakes it, and then Hope gets the pitch and catches the pitch. I wonder if that young man thought he was going to play on Wednesday afternoon.
Oh, and a big momentum killer. We were talking earlier about holding penalties being just so critical, and this holding call is going to go against Coastal, so that will negate the run by Hope and take Coastal all the way back to their own 41-yard line with 3:19 to play. Well, this is exactly what you're looking for as a Buffalo fan.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah, there you can see the hold to Lindsey for Coastal Carolina. Right tackle.
All right, you know, 2nd down and almost 20. Get 7, get 8, make 3rd down manageable. But you're right, this is a perfect situation for the Buffalo defense to be in.
McCall in the pocket and fires too far behind the receiver, so incomplete. Looking for Tyson Mobley again. That stops the clock. So really, I mean, this back-to-back plays, Buffalo's like, okay, we'll take it. Penalty and incomplete pass.
First time I've seen Grayson McCall kind of rush it that time. There was nobody dead in his face. They were coming after him. But he kind of hurried it up and just couldn't quite get it there. All right, here's where you need to run a play you haven't run all year. Whatever it is, because nobody has seen it.
3rd down and 17. C.J. Beasley now back in the game. Came out for a couple of plays.
They're coming after McCall, too.
And McCall calls a timeout as I think the play clock had just about run out on him.
Yeah, he didn't want to rush it. It's his last timeout, but he knew they were coming after him, and maybe the play wasn't good. I remember last year, Coach Chadwell said he came off when he was mad, and he said, Coach, I wasn't going to work. He said, Grayson, that's why you're in there. Get me out of those bad calls. Change it. But you're right. The play clock ran out on him.
3 minutes, 15 seconds left to play. And again, for Buffalo, the holding call helps. The incomplete pass helps. And now 3rd down and long for Coastal Carolina. And for the Bulls, they're thinking, if we can get this back, we've got a real good shot. Down 5. See what Coastal Carolina comes out of the huddle with.
Line judge just came over to Coach Chadwell and told him, that's it. Put the fist up. You have no more timeouts. He said, thank you. And I'm sure he knew it before the guy came over and told him.
Well, speaking of timeouts, Buffalo with all 3 of theirs.
They do.
If they get it back. All right, 3rd and 17. Linguist wanted a timeout at the last second, and he will get it.
He was flying up the sideline.
He came running down the sideline.
He must not have liked the defense they were in for that particular set. And as you said, they got 3, so they could use one. Because the last thing they want is a blown coverage, give up 17 or more in the first down. Basically, that made it beat the ball game.
Well, Linguist looking like a player as he came all of a sudden flying down the sideline, running at the official.
He was a really good player.
Yeah, Baylor.
Yep. Coach defensive backs for the Cowboys. You might be able to get play and watch him running. Top of your picture.
Like a good linebacker, quick.
That's it, anticipate the play.
Coming down the sideline to get timeout. Conference defensive player at Baylor while he was there.
I wouldn't want to get hit by him. He looks like a tough dude.
Well, you mentioned it was a good point, Nate. To me, last year they went 4-8, but inherit a situation that is, as you well know in the coaching industry, not ideal when you take over so late.
No spring practice.
Yeah.
You didn't see your players until what is considered fall or summer. August 4th is when he saw them. With all the D1 transfers, with all the transfers in general, it's like, how do you do? My name is so-and-so. You have to introduce yourself to everybody.
Well, if anyone could do it, they probably figured he could. He's actually somewhat of a homecoming for Linguist. He was defensive backs coach at Buffalo back in 2012 and 13. Defensive backs coach at Michigan before taking the head job here at UB. As Nate said, also had stints in the NFL with Dallas. Was at Texas A&M, Minnesota, Mississippi State, Iowa State. He's been around, experienced coach. McCall to dump it off in trouble with room and wide open down the left sideline is Beasley inside the 10. Touchdown, Coastal Carolina. On 3rd down and 17, the Chanticleers absolutely strike gold and extend their lead with just over 3 minutes left to play.
I know you're not going to believe this, but last week when I'm watching film, I'm saying, they never run screens. They ran the perfect screenplay with one blocker, and Beasley is gone. What a call by Coach Jamie Chadwell. I'm telling you, they hadn't run that play yet. It's a perfect call, the one they hadn't run all year. They hadn't run that in 3 years, I don't think.
You are exactly right. And now Hensley on for the extra point. It is good. And once again, Coastal will take a 12-point lead.
Coach Willie Korn is right next to me in the booth, and he's slamming the table like, what a call, Coach. Perfect. Wow.
Boy, it seemed like everything was lining up for Buffalo. Coastal got the ball with about 5 minutes left. Got a big gain to get a first down, but then it was all called back. Negated on the holding call. That stopped the clock. Then an incompletion made it 3rd down and 17. Buffalo had all 3 timeouts left at the time. And again, the Stars looked like they were aligning for the Bulls to try and get the ball back and maybe try to take the lead. And then Jamie Chadwell.
59 yards. I'm telling you, I've never seen him run that play in the last 5 years.
Coaching matters.
Absolutely, it matters. And it helps when you got a number 10 as your quarterback. But, I mean, it was Beasley, one blocker, one offensive lineman. That was it.
Well, that's a great point, Nate, and we haven't had a chance to see the replay yet, but how about Grayson? He was in trouble.
Yeah, he was.
I mean, he was kind of spinning. He had heat coming down on him and was able to get it away at the last second, find Beasley, who goes the distance.
Well, everybody talks about quick release. You can't do that on a screen pass. You got to hold it. You got to wait for it to set up.
59 yards, by the way, on that little pitch and catch to Beasley. And now Cook trying to find some room to the outside. Runs over a player and gets out near the 35-yard line. Just under 3 minutes left to play. Let's look at this touchdown play again. And watch McCall. I think he's in a little bit of trouble.
He's got to wait. He fakes it one way, and he's got to come back. There's one block, and that's all it took, and Beasley was gone.
Yeah, he had a player coming right. It was Ibrahim Conte, the transfer from NC State.
Right,
we haven't had a chance to talk about him much, but another Power 5 transfer, but he was bearing down on McCall.
16 for 24 for 251 and 3 touchdowns for Mr. McCall. Only 67% complete. Come on, Grayson. He's normally up at 71.
That is not acceptable.
Absolutely.
That does not meet our standards that we were used to. Oh, big hit, despite the fact that he was being blocked. A terrific defensive play on the corner.
Logic Huggins.
Manny Stokes, I think, is who it was who makes this play.
You're right. He was blocked and made the tackle. That's pretty good.
I think it's number 9. Let's take a look at the top of your screen. Well, yeah, I mean, he's got a player all over him to make the tackle. And Snyder comes sliding to a stop. They'll mark him down at the 32.
Well, I'm sure Coach Chadwell wasn't happy with the first 3 quarters. But for numerous games, his kids have come through in the fourth quarter. That's a great quality to have in a football team.
Well, remember, this was a 19-17 game in the third quarter. Buffalo had the lead. And Snyder able to spin out of trouble, but fires it into the turf. So a 21-7 run here in the fourth quarter for Coastal Carolina.
1:14 to go in the third. It was 19-17. Chanticleer's on top. 19-14 with 4 to go when Buffalo kicked it, and then the Chanticleers took the lead on the field goal. The punt, the muffed punt, changed the whole football game as far as momentum.
Absolutely. Yeah, the fumbled snap by the punter Jackson Baltar and then picked up by Jamar Brown.
I am not a doctor. I did not stay in a Holiday Inn last night, but I bet that's a cramp.
Josiah Stewart down again. Second time he's been down on the turf here for Coastal. 12-point lead, just over 2 minutes left. Coastal Carolina trying to improve to 3-0 on the season. And, boy, this has not been an easy start to the year for Coastal. Think about that win. I mean, a heavy win, hard win against Army. And then all the way down to the wire last weekend against Gardner-Webb.
All they wanted.
And now this one, as you just said, down 19-14 in the third quarter. Fourth down and 12, and this is what we assume will be the final chance here for Buffalo. Snyder looking, he's got time, and incomplete. Justin Marshall had it a couple of times, couldn't corral it. That's going to turn it over on downs back to Coastal Carolina with 1:55 left to play.
Coastal Carolina football. Big time stick right there by number 13, Joshua Madison. Watch this. Justin Marshall's open. He gets it, and he didn't quite get control of it. And Madison just nails him. Victory formation.
Buffalo's got a couple of timeouts, but this is going to be awfully difficult for the Bulls. Down 12. Math just not working in your favor right now. Too much to do and not enough time to get there. Pistol formation.
I thought they'd just sit on it. I guess not.
Down to the 21-yard line. Nate Hope again, the ball carrier. Boy, Coastal Carolina doing this with a bevy of runners in the backfield again. No Braden Bennett. Very little Reese White. Had some issues with fumbles early in the game. No Aaron Bedgood. We saw Balthazar a little bit.
Out of necessity.
Yeah, we saw Ty Lyles, but the one time they tried to give it to him, he fumbled.
Out of
So
necessity.
Nate Hope came in.
Lack of depth and a couple injuries and some fumbleitis. And, you know, the Wally Pipp story. Give somebody a chance, they're going to take advantage of it.
Well, for the moment, it's been C.J. Beasley. 9 carries, 89 yards, a touchdown. And again, room to run. Down to the 12-yard line. And Buffalo's going to take a timeout with 1:06 left to play. Now, anything is possible, but right now, Buffalo's staring right at an 0-3 record to start the 2022 campaign, and they have not had an easy start. Had to play Maryland on the road. A winnable game, no doubt, last week against Holy Cross. But like we talked about, Holy Cross, an excellent FCS team. Still, though, if you talk to the Buffalo players and coaches, obviously they felt a very winnable game for them. So that made them 0-2. And then, after not being able to seal the deal on that one, losing on the Hail Mary, have to go on the road to one of the sweethearts in the nation, Coastal Carolina.
Chanticleer is pretty balanced on offense. 504 total, 221 on the ground, 283 in the air. That's what Coach Chadwell loves, balanced offense. They won another one. These kids have played hard. They get a chance.
Hope cuts it back, tackled at the 11. Ball comes loose late.
I don't know if he was tackled.
Did he? Well, yeah. I couldn't tell if he lost it, picked it up, and then
landed on a defender and kept on going. The spin move pays off. Watch 19 Hope. He never hits the ground. Smart move to get up and keep going.
Thought maybe he had lost it and scrambled for, picked it up around again, but you're right, just never was down.
Move. And Nate Hope doesn't want to sit on the football. I thought it was going to be victory for a nation. Nate Hope wants a touchdown.
I mean, this is chewing up all kinds of clock now. 30 seconds left to play.
It might be knee time now. Yep, that's a classy move on Coach Chadwell's part. They don't need another score.
Yep.
Classy move.
Maurice Linguist is out on the field telling his players it's over, no timeout, and he's looking for Jamie Chadwell. This one is going to be over. So Coastal Carolina, for the third week in a row, hard-fought victory as the Chanticleers officially now improved to 3-0 to start the season. Buffalo now drops to 0-3.